Theory of Tantric Energy with Renate Moore.
A time-tested path to reaching spiritual enlightenment is understanding the ancient Eastern science of Tantra. Tantra is the practice of weaving the aspects of separate energy bodies into one balanced whole. Tantra includes the expansiveness of energy. As we balance the energy bodies, we grow and expand into joy. This practice allows the different centers of creative energy, such as the emotional, the physical, the mental, and spiritual, to expand and evolve. The most identifiable example I can think of is tantric sex. This allows the creative sexual centers to expand to an unlimited space of transformational experiences. When utilized with maximum spiritual dedication, tantric sex can form intentional stress, which can open the doorway to our higher realms of consciousness. I will be discussing intentional stress a little later in the tape. First, I want to examine a few terms to grasp a better understanding of Tantra. The first term is body space. Body space is the two individual people coming together in physical form. The space you inhabit with your spiritual body in physical form. The second is space change. Space change is where you go beyond body space. It is the distinction between the merging of two individual consciousness of being into one inner mental and emotional body. The third, and perhaps the most important term, is metaspace. Metaspace is the center of the void where space change takes place. Once entry into metaspace takes place, the experience continues to build, and consciousness gives way to a knowingness of being. Metaspace is entered into by the knowingness that we are one, and the physical body is but an illusion. Metaspace allows the mental and emotional body to co-join with the partner, and communication goes from an exchange of thought to a self-communication. This self-communication brings with it a deep realization of love. The realization is a deeply moving thought that all love is self-love, and we cannot love one outside of ourself without loving ourselves, because we are all one. Another step in understanding Tantra is to explore the space change that happens in metaspace. As I said before, entering metaspace is a result of transcending body space. Recognizing when you and your partner are in metaspace is quite simple. It is perceiving a phenomena. When this change occurs in your perception, it is also occurring the exact same time in your partner. So, you and your partner's experience happens exactly at the same time. This perception allows you to recognize you are both sharing the same space and have stepped out of body space and have moved into metaspace. Experiences in metaspace include, but are not limited to, brighter lights, intense color and sounds, visual clearness, although objects can appear far away and fuzzy, feelings of euphoria, amusement with the universe and your part in it, a feeling you know something incredible but inexpressible. Now I want to talk about objective sex. Objective sex is the space where intimacy in relationships can evolve into higher levels of awareness, bliss, and spiritual expansion. What is the theory behind objective sex, you may ask? The theory is based on an understanding of the relationship between the two forms of consciousness Tantra addresses: essence and psyche. Let's discuss psyche first. Psyche is the ordinary consciousness that one identifies with when one is not in a stressful state. Psyche is composed of minor habits created by the culture one lives in, such as sleeping, breathing, moving, social and gender roles. Psyche is the mind, body, and nervous system, but does not include the muscle system. During stress, psyche shuts down and essence takes over. Psyche does not have the ability to handle stress and allows essence to take over in stressful states. Essence is represented by the muscular system. In other words, essence is the ordinary consciousness that one identifies with when one is in a stressful state. It is the awakened unconscious, the aspect of ourselves that seeks to evolve. As I said before, essence is what takes charge when psyche is overwhelmed by stressful experiences. This is the area where intentional stress is beneficial. When I refer to intentional stress, I don't mean traffic jams or flat tires or stubborn bosses who impose impossible deadlines. I do mean breath control, self-remembering, chanting, controlled dreaming, dancing, deep massage, mantra, meditation, prolonged artistic striving, trance states, and self-imposed silence. These intentional stresses can open the doorways to higher levels of awareness. We experience sex through the consciousness of essence, the deep self. Essence has 18 primordial habits, or optimum conditions. Under these conditions, essence automatically lives a conscious existence. Certain kind of stresses are good for the replacement of ineffective habits. These habits create the impulses to live a conscious life and to take only higher rebirths of evolution, as well as to further awaken in each lifetime. When habits accumulate that do not serve one's higher path, we reincarnate into lower energy patterns to learn the lessons that replace the dysfunctional habits of aggressive power, collecting possessions, fear, and ignorance, just to name a few. Habits accumulate naturally from one's experience in time and space. When habits are unconsciously accumulated, they can be called karma. This karma recreates over and over again in the dramas of our lives. That is why you may notice in yourself or in loved ones the way we continue to draw the same types of people in our lives. We recreate the same personality, the same victim mentality. Replacing these unconscious habits with conscious habits allows the spirit to evolve to the point of ascending the wheel of karma. Releasing old dysfunctional thought patterns will allow you to achieve deep intimacy with yourself and others. Reframing past situations, or in other words, looking at these situations in a different light, in a way which reflects a more effective way of being or doing, is a powerful way to change random, unconscious habits into optimum habits. As the 18 optimum conscious habits are restored to their original state, the consciousness allows for more joy in every aspect of life. Healing the male-female split is an aspect of reframing repetitive sexual intimacy patterns to reflect a deep healing for optimum conditions to enter metaspace and experience Tantra. Re-evaluating the male-female attitudes that encourage growth, which takes place when anger and blame are released and forgiveness and love are implemented. The practice of Tantra is one of opening the heart on the emotional level. Repetition of strenuous exercise to increase growth in the physical body, enforced attention of the mental body, and the spiritual growth necessary for evolution. Tantra is an ancient Eastern science of spiritual enlightenment that can be used in our modern-day world for evolvement and expanding the capacity for joy in your life.
This is the end of Side A. Please fast forward to Side B meditation.